Okay.
It will come.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, Gautam. So Santosh, let me share the KT tracker and please let me know once it is visible.
Yeah. Screen is
So
visible
Gautam, if
now.
you are here, I'll be joining
Yeah,
the session.
Hitendra. Yeah.
Thank you.
You can be in DS. Yes.
So Santosh, I hope you have gone through the KT tracker for PKI.
Yes.
Okay, so first we'll be covering Go Anywhere. As mentioned earlier, so basically in so today I'll give you the overview means what services which are we are using in the Helion environment. So it is kind of a refresher session today. So
Okay.
overall PKI infra, we are using MS PKI for our internal certificates. Certificates which are of the domains which are accessed through internet, which are not internet facing. And for external certificate, we are using external CA for Sectiva. Okay, and
Okay.
both internal and external CAs are implemented on a single tool that is FUX. Let me show you the FUX. So both the internal and external CAs are implemented on FUX. How to open that? Great. So license is going to expire in 2 months. So this is the overview of the tool, Santosh. So FUX.
Okay.
So if the clients want to have or user wants to have the certificate, so there are dedicated tabs for that. Like for PKI certificates, that is the internal certificates. For the domains which are internet facing, they can click on that tab and request the certificate. Like they need to mention their username, configuration ID, and environment, and they just need to provide the CSR and it will be validated automatically and they will get the certificate. Likewise, if they want the external certificate, they can request it from the Sectigo CA certificate for external certificate.
Okay.
And the process is same. They need to provide the username, configuration ID, and generate the CSR and submit the CSR, and they will get the certificate automatically. And
And who all has access? Who all has
means
access to this?
all the users in the environment which are part of the Helion user certificate user portal group, they will all have the access for that.
Okay.
Yeah, so they can request the internal and external certificate based on their requirement. And for us, as we are the administrator, we can use to go to the Cert Plus, and we have the certificate environment inventory, and here are
Yeah.
all
Maybe we can go
SSL.
a little slow, I guess. Asudam. I don't know if we can
Yes,
call.
just I'm giving you the overview.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, the overview, right? Okay.
yes, just the tool overview I'm giving. I will go
Okay.
deep in the
Perfect.
future.
Perfect. Sorry. Okay.
So today I'll just give you the how we are working, how the tool, which tools are used, what is the tool interface, just a overview session because in 1 hour we cannot cover one tool. I hope you understand.
Yeah.
So today I'll
Yeah.
give you the overview and set that up. Okay. So for us, like we have the Cert Plus and we have the administrator access, and we can have the certificates in the certificate management. So here are all the certificates which used in the. So like it is having all different tabs. I mean, in how many days certificates are going to expire and who's the owner. And if you want to revoke the certificate, we can do it from this tool only.
Okay.
Uh, don't know why it is lagging.
Yeah,
Tell
and
me.
also Sugam, we can hear some sort of break while you're speaking.
Yes.
Oh, is
There is
it?
a drop in
Yeah, I
between
thought
as
it
well.
is my laptop. Not every time, but yeah.
Okay, okay. So I thought that there is some issue in the video only. I guess my voice is fine. It is not breaking.
Now it is fine.
Yes, yes. So this is the AppWX tool which we are using for certificate provisioning. Apart from that, we are using one tool that is Go Anywhere. It is for managed file transfer. Like
Mhm.
there is some going out of the Helion environment and some files are coming into the Helion environment. So it will have means that inbound transfer, outbound transfer. So it will be done through that Go Anywhere tool. Let me show you the tool as well.
Okay.
So this is the tool, and we have created and projects here. Okay, that password has expired, I guess, for tab environment. Let me log in through. Okay, it is not configured. So basically, we are using that Go Anywhere tool. It is a managed file transfer tool, and it is used for inbound and outbound transfer. And we
Okay.
have created some means projects in the tool itself, and they are used for inbound and outbound transfer. So there are basically two approaches for that Go Anywhere tool.
Mhm.
One is trigger based and one is monitor based. Okay. The trigger based approach is when as soon as the file is placed on the server, it will automatically transfer to the outer environment. Means as soon as the file is placed, the trigger will encrypt the file and transmit it to the other environment. And there is one guys, allow me a second. Sorry, I got a call. So we are using Go Anywhere for the file transfer. So we are also doing the key generation here, and we are providing that
Mhm.
PGP key if some user want to decrypt or encrypt their message or some files. So we are providing the PGP key for that as well. And we are providing public key like on a chat or on a mail, and private key we are providing means half part on email or chat and half part over voice, like on phone call or Teams call. Apart from that, we are doing that Go Anywhere EL monitoring as well, because we have created several encryption links. So we need to timely monitor those encryption links whether they are working fine or not. Means suppose there some network issue, that project got failed or something like that. File is not in the proper format. File is not getting delivered. So we need to monitor those links as well.
Mhm.
Apart from that, for that Go Anywhere, we are also doing the patching. Patching in the sense that there are regular security updates being released by the vendor, Go Anywhere. So we are doing the patching for that tool as well. So there are three environments basically: dev, test, and prod. So first we are doing patching in the dev environment. Then we are monitoring after means we are raising change and applying the patches. After that we are monitoring that applied patches for 1 week. Then we are proceeding to the test environment, and after that we also need to monitor that patch for the 1 week. And if everything is fine and there is no issue, then we can proceed to the production environment.
Okay.
Okay. So this is about Go Anywhere. It is just overview. Then we are using Sectigo. So Sectigo is basically a external CA, which we are using for external certificates. That is for the certificates which are internet facing. And for that, we are using one activity, and that is DCV, domain control validation. We are registering those domains which are internet facing for Helion. There is a web hosting team inside the Helion. We are providing the details and they are registering those domains. And after that, we are requesting the certificate from Sectigo, and it is all automated through AppUX2, which I shown you earlier. Means for both the internal and external certificates, we are using only one tool, and it is all automated. So there is no manual intervention from our side. Means we are not approving or denying or means providing any certificate manually. This is all automated. Only the certificates which are critical or means the wildcard certificate we can say, or Palo Alto certificates. For that certificates we are generating them manually. Apart from that, all the SSL certificates are being generated automatically from the tool itself. Then moving ahead, MSPKI, we are using two-tier hierarchy in that Helion environment. There is one root C which is always offline, and apart from that, there are three issuing CA: CH issuing CA1, CH issuing CA2, and CH issuing CA3. CH stands for consumer healthcare here. So there are basically three issuing CA and one root CA that is being deployed in the Helion environment, and root CA is always offline, and these three CAs are online, and they are used to issue the certificates.
Okay.
Yeah. And also means we are responsible for the housekeeping for the certificates, inventory management, and also means if some certificate got expired and user is not more in the system, or that user has left the organization and moved to another business unit, then we are doing the manual follow-up for the certificates. We are reaching out to user before the 90 days of the expiry. After that 60 days, and the third notification we are sending prior to 30 days of expiry. So basically we are sending three notifications.
Yeah. Are we using any scripts for housekeeping, or is it
No. We are doing it manually because all the process is automated. The notifications are being sent automatically from the tool itself.
Okay.
But for the users, means at the time of generation of certificates, you can see here. Here is it. Yes. So when the users are requesting the certificate, they are providing their contact details. Suppose if the user is not more there in the system, or that particular email address is not valid, then we need to identify means who will be responsible for that particular certificate. You can see here, like when requesting the certificates. User is providing the details here, contact details. Okay. So if this email address is not no more valid, or means it has expired, or the user has left the organization, so in that case we need to follow up with the team from that configuration ID, which is provided here. We need to search it from the service now and need to identify the owner for that particular configuration ID item, and then we need to reach out to the user and ask for the details. Only that time we are doing the manual thing. Apart from that, all the process is automated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sugam, I have a question. Like, what's the expiry time of the certificate that we generate?
It is 1 year by default, and the validity of the issued certificates is 1 year.
Okay.
Yes, and prior to 90 days, first notification will be sent to the user, means the owner, and after 60 days and then 30 days. So there are basically three notifications being sent to the owner of the certificate. Okay, so this is basically about the certification. Apart from that, for AppUX, we are not doing any sort of patching. We are just doing the housekeeping for the certificates. Like here, this is the inventory. We are just doing the housekeeping. Means which certificates are going to expire. That is means like here 298 certificates are expired. Okay. So we need to check means why these certificates are not renewed. If they are not required, then we are going to delete those certificates from the inventory. And if they are required, then we'll follow up with the user. And also we'll send the reminder to these users. These 68 certificates are going to expire in next 10 days. So we'll just check means whether these certificates are renewed or not. So most of these certificates will be renewed. We just need to download the Excel sheet, and like in the reports, you can download export certificates and you can download and just check from the common name whether those certificates are renewed or not. If these are already renewed, then we will delete those expired certificates. So on the housekeeping part, we are doing only that thing and following up with the user and removing the clutter from the inventory itself.
And this activity is being done manually, right?
Yes, we can check manually, but it will hardly take 10-15 minutes to identify the certificates because most of the
Yeah,
certificates are getting renewed.
but like so certificate renew is a automatic process or a manual process?
That depends on the user whether they want to renew those certificate or not. Because means it is not it is not automatic process, because it is up to the owner whether they want that the particular domain or it is decommissioned or it is still in use. That they need to decide, and it is on their consent whether they want to renew it or not. Because in Helion we are having
Okay.
license
So
for
that is
25.
something configurable, right? The admin can configure that whether it is a automation renewal or manual, right?
No. That we cannot decide. That only owner can decide whether they need the certificate or not, because it will cause unnecessary cost if we renew them automatically. Suppose if certificate is getting renewed automatically, then and the certificate is not required, then it will incur the costs, because most of those certificates are external certificates from Sectiva, and there is cost involved. So we cannot do that auto renewal. That user
Okay.
need to do.
For public certificate, definitely yes, that makes sense.
Yes.
However, certificates issued by internal CA, I guess there must be certain templates that must have been defined to
Yes.
interop.
For network devices, there is auto enrollment in place. For I'm saying particularly for SSL certificates here. For net device certificate, network
Okay.
certificate, auto enrollment in place.
Okay.
And for this
Definitely, I
certificate,
mean, once we deep dive, these questions will be answered automatically, I guess.
yes. So I'm just giving you the overview. There are certain templates being created, and they
Okay.
are created from Helion SMEs only. So we are just doing the operations here. So that means Lucas will answer means how they configure it. So on the
Mhm.
operation part, I can tell you means there is no automation in place for the auto renewal, and we asked from Lucas so that cost is involved in the external certificates. So it is up to the owner of the certificate whether they want to renew it or not. So that's why we are sending 3 notifications. If they need it, they will renew it. If they don't, then they will not renew it.
Okay.
Okay, and also for APUX, we are having license for 2,500 certificates. So you can see here, there are 22,296 certificates in the inventory. So we need to remove the expired certificate so that our limit is not exhausted. So we can only, you can say, manage 2,500 certificates from that particular tool as per our license limit for Helion. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So for APUX, that license provisioning and access provisioning is not part of our scope. That is Lucas is taking care, and only he can follow up with the vendor. We are not connecting with vendor. Means
Okay.
for anything, for any issue, if there is any issue in the APUX portal, we just need to notify the Lucas, and he will guide us whether to raise a incident or means what to do. So we need to get in touch with the Helion SME if there is some issue in the APUX portal. On the operations part, we are doing the incident management. There are 4 type of incidents in the Helion event: P1, P2, P3, P4. So we are not getting any P1, P2 certificate incidents. We are only getting P4 incidents here. And the SLA for P4 means I'm not sure what about your SLAs, but we'll come to that SLA part later. So we are having 4 type of incidents in the Helion environment, and we are getting incidents, automated incidents as well from AppUX tool. Like if some user is facing issue and the CSR is not correct or something like that, or user is not able to get the certificate from the portal, then we'll get the automatic incident in our queue from AppUX portal that we need to resolve. Apart from that, we are doing the change management as well. Change management we are doing mostly if we are starting any services on the server, or we are starting any tool, or we are applying any patching. Basically, if we are doing any changes to the infra, then we need to document it through the change management process. So we need to follow the change management process for that. If we are doing anything, even for restarting the services, we need to document that in the change and get the proper approval before doing anything on the infra side.
So
Apart
is it like restarting service? Is it a standard change, or does it have to go
yes,
to CAP?
no, it is a standard change. But for that patching and any sort of upgrade, version upgrade, we need to go through it should go through the CAP.
Okay.
Means basically it depends. Sometimes in the earlier phase, when we need to start the services on emergency basis, we are raising emergency change as well. Means first we start the services and then we document it through emergency change. Then, but in case of emergency change, we need to explain that why we restarted the services. Then we need to justify why we raise emergency change, because sometimes the business is critical, so we start the services and later document it through the change.
Okay.
Yeah. So means you can go through standard, but CAB is not required, I guess, for restarting the services. Or emergency change is sufficient if it is business critical. Apart from that, we are doing knowledge management. For knowledge management, like we are preparing KB articles, SOPs. We are reviewing them. We have created run books. So that is part of knowledge management, and that we need to do that knowledge management we need to do on regular intervals. Like every 6 months, we need to review our run book and get it sign off from the product owner, and that is Lucas SME. And our knowledge articles we need to review on every 6 months. We need to review them, and if some changes are required, then do the required changes and get it approved from Lucas. Over email, you can get that approval. Okay. And on vendor support, we have vendor support for Sectigo. Like if their CA is not working, or we are not able to get the external certificate, then we need to raise an incident on the Sectigo support portal, and we'll get the desired support. Similarly, we have a portal for Go Anywhere, and we have a portal for AppUX. That interest, that is for HSM, that Lucas will cover, as he mentioned earlier, that he will prepare something of it, and he will do the transition for that. Because we have got nothing on Sectigo, Go Anywhere, and AppUX we are going to cover in this session. So we'll start with Go Anywhere. So I hope you have gone through the documentation.
You mean run book, right?
No, these are not run book. These are the tool specific documentation. Like for Go Anywhere, we have a product. Can you please check if you are able to access?
Sugam, I don't think they might be able to access it yet because it's on my OneDrive, right? I guess.
Okay, yes.
Maybe I can try
So,
this.
do we have any common location or anything, Gautam, where we can upload these documents?
See, there is a common Accenture thing, right? The, SharePoint thing.
Yes, but it is Accenture. So, that's why I'm saying.
No, everyone has access. Even TechM has access to that.
Okay.
I already provided access to that, but provided Santosh doesn't have his ID yet, so he might not able to access it for now. but you can put it there. Or is it already there?
It is on OneDrive. And let me check.
Yeah, it is better to put there. Create a folder or PKI and put there.
Oh, can you please share the location, Gautam, if you have? If you
Yes,
have that
yes, yes,
handy,
yes.
we'll do that right
Yes.
away.
Yeah, in a moment.
So Gautam, means your access is not there. Okay, in that meantime. So we have means created some documents, and we have some documents like for Go Anywhere.
So you
Similarly, we
kept
have.
you guys kept it in your own OneDrive.
No, we have created some documents and we have kept it in our OneDrive. So we will upload it wherever you
Yes.
want right away. So means documents are ready. We just need to upload because we are not
Yes.
aware means from where we need to upload, whether they have access or not.
Correct. Got it. I'm pinging you. 1 second.
You can ping in the this call. I mean this chat only.
Yes. Yeah. Pinging in the chat. Got it.
Okay.
See,
So any
Dhawan, I
questions,
pinged you.
Santosh, till now?
No, not till now.
Okay.
So this is a path, right? Accenture, everyone uses it. When I pinged you.
Okay.
The complete IDAM team uses this. Right, Accenture, the current team, right? So if you go to site contents, click on site contents.
Accenture item.
Site contents, and anywhere you can place it. It's fine. Even documents.
Inside Accenture item, is it fine?
Or go to documents, better.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you can create something. See here actually we have all the run books and everything, complete details. Maybe you can create a folder here and.
Okay, Sachin. So I'm creating one
paste
folder
all
and
the
you can
documents.
place it here. Okay.
Okay, Shubham. I'll upload in that.
I have created one document. And Sachin, upload the documents here. Okay. Now we'll start with the Go Anywhere. So let me log in into Go Anywhere first. Sachin, can you please share your screen? Actually, I'm not able to log in. There's some issue in my VDI, I guess.
Yeah, Shubham. Where do you want me to log in?
Into Go Anywhere.
Go in here. Okay, 1 second.
Yeah. So Santosh, we'll start with Go Anywhere first. We'll go tool by tool. So first we'll complete that manage file transfer tool.
So I'll log into dev, Shubham, right?
Anywhere, yes, you can log in. Anyhow, they are going to manage. You can log into prod as well.
Okay. Just give me a minute.
Okay. And 50% of our work come from Go Anywhere only, and 50% is Sectigo, AccuVax, MSPKI, all sort of things.
Yeah, Sugam, I have a question. Like, I can see some diagram in the run book that's shared by Gautam. If you can give an overview of that, so that can be helpful. Like, there is
Okay,
one
so Ujjwal, can you please
environment.
share your screen? I mean, switch diagram, and I'll definitely go give you the overview if you have that open. Yeah, so I'll give the overview definitely. Means
See,
we'll
as
start
part
from
of the
the
plan, once you give go anywhere overview, there is something called overview of go anywhere infrastructure and design, right?
Yes, so I'll go.
Yeah,
I'll go
yes,
to that. I'll go to that. So I'll go to
that's
topic by
As per the
topic.
plan.
Yes. So first, I'll give you the overview of Go Anywhere tool. Then I'll give you the application link like dev test prod. Then I'll give you the infrastructure and design overview. So first, I want to give you the overview of tool, means how the tool looks, what are the tabs. So just to make you familiar about the tool.
Yeah, great, yeah.
Sugam, is my screen visible?
Yes, Sachin.
I'm able to see some
So
red
basically,
screen, red window. Just give me a second.
oh no, it is visible to me.
For me, I'm able to see after I shared my screen, there's some red colored window completely that's covering my screen. Not sure what. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Sachin.
It got disconnected. Let me share my screen again. After I shared my screen, there was some red colored window that appeared completely. Not sure what happened.
No
And
issues. You can share it.
the Teams also crashed. Yes, so
So this is the tool basically. And Sachin, if you can go to the project tab where we have created some project. So these are the projects we are creating. Sachin, just hold on. So Santosh, basically here are different clients. Like you can see some folders are created, Acuity, MX, Diligent. So these all are clients, or you can say customer or users. They are sending and receiving file based on their requirement, means inside and outside the, they are receiving or sending based on their requirement outside of Helion environment. So for sending any file or receiving any file, this tool is
Okay.
used. That particular Go Anywhere tool is used, and it is a managed file transfer tool. Okay, so like we have created one
Mm-hmm.
project here, that is encrypt GSK to Acuity. So basically here we are sending file outside because we are encrypting file. And for
Mm-hmm.
different client, we have different requirements. Sachin, you can click anywhere like 3 MX. So here we are decrypting, means we are receiving the file from outside. And likewise, there are different users which are sending on receiving files based on their requirement. Sachin, click on one project. For like I said that there are two approaches for every project. One is trigger based and one is monitor based.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as file is placed in a particular location, like Sachin, you can show the input directories. For every project there is one input directory. As soon as the file is placed in this folder at this location, the project will get automatically triggered, and it will decrypt the file and send it to the user. That is trigger based approach. And monitor based approach is that a job will run after every 8 minutes, and if the file is
Mm-hmm.
placed in between that time, it will pick up the file and decrypt the file. So basically this thing is happening. So we have, like you can say, in the workflow there are two things, monitors and triggers. So you can click on monitor.
And how is that decided which one to go with?
That user will define whether they want a trigger based approach or
Okay.
monitor based approach. That depends on the user, and also it depends on the requirement. Means if the location is in our environment, means in the Helion environment, then we can have trigger based
Mm-hmm.
approach. And if it is outside our environment, then we means mostly we'll configure monitor based approach. So it is based on the requirement. So as you can see that
Okay.
we have this resources created, that is monitor based approach. These projects are working on monitor based approach. And Sachin, you can click on trigger, and these many projects are working on trigger based approach. As soon as the file is placed in that particular location, the job will automatically run and it will decrypt or encrypt based on the requirement. Okay. And Sachin, you can go to the completed jobs. There is one tab for completed jobs. So these many projects run from since morning. You can say these many projects completed today means this encryption and decryption, receiving or sending of file took place since morning. You can apply different filters are there, and you can see. And like you can see, Sachin, scroll down. In the manual monitoring, we are checking. Like you can see that particular project has failed where there is cross sign. So we need to check why it has failed and why it is not successful. That I'll cover later. So by doing manual monitoring, we are just checking means why if there is any failed job in the tool, and also we are checking whether there is any long running job or stuck job that we can check in the active jobs. Like you can see, there is nothing running as of now. Sometimes what happens is that file size is very big. Suppose in GBs, like 2 GB,
Mhm.
3 GB, then the job will complete. Will not complete. It will take very long to complete. So at that time, we need to check means why it is not getting complete. If it is not getting complete after 2 hours, 3 hours, then we need to cancel that job and rerun that job manually again. And so that's why we are doing the manual monitoring of that tool. And basically, it is in the all the three environments. That is that inventory you are seeing. It is for test environment. Likewise, we have in dev environment and prod environment. So dev environment, nothing is running. It is just for our means it, you can say it is our playground. We try
Mhm.
everything in the dev environment first, and before moving it to the test environment, then we move to the production environment. But test environment is critical, unlike the prod environment, because some users and clients are running their means doing their transaction in the test environment only. So it is critical. You can see that in test environment,
And
these are yes.
okay. And what is the frequency, or how exactly do we create these projects? Is it
Um,
based on requirement or?
it is based on requirement. In the starting, when the operations started for Helium, we are
Mhm.
receiving request on weekly, you can say weekly or fortnightly basis. But as of now, we are not getting any request for any project creation because everything is streamlined and fixed as of now, and we have all the projects in place. But if some new requirement came, then you can say on monthly we can, not monthly. Means in a year we are hardly creating 6 projects. You can say.
Okay.
Bi-monthly, you can say bi-monthly means once in a 2 month we get the request for project creation. In the
Okay. And
initial
does
phase,
it go through
So
sorry.
does it go through change or?
No change is required. That all the approvals and everything we need to get on the email, and we need to means maintain Excel sheet where all the details, who is the owner, which web server is used, where the whether it is an inbound transfer or outbound transfer, it is in the test environment and in the prod environment. That inventory we need to maintain. Apart from that, nothing as such like changing
Uh,
inventory like
and
that.
it will be covered under service now request.
Yes, we
Okay.
just get one service now
yeah,
request and
can you
it will be.
can you just show one request so that we can relate this how you get the request and what
Oh,
things you do like after that?
okay. I'll- I'll-
So basically for us, it is there is an RITM catalog that we have called as cryptographic service consultancy. So that is the one through which we receive the requests for mostly all the action items that we have under PKI. Like it can be either for EL creation, it can be for some access request on the Helion certificate portal. So for example, this is for the access to the Helion certificate portal in case the user is not able to access. So I guess again this we'll be covering later on when we are deep diving into the specific activities. I'll have to search, so it is difficult to find out from here. I'll have to open one
Yeah.
by one and see like which
Okay.
one it is. So I'll do one thing. I'll
Okay, yeah,
check
yeah.
a few and
Whenever
maybe
you
later
find it,
on.
you can just
Yeah, I'll mark those
You can
items.
just
Maybe we can cover
provide the
this
details.
when we are deep diving. Yeah.
So we'll means pull out some item because as I
Yeah.
said earlier that as of now we are not getting those requests. Earlier we are getting those requests on frequent basis, but as of now means one request in 2 months or once in a quarter we are getting that request. So we'll pull
Okay.
that item, we'll search for that and we'll have that in place. Okay, and so for Go Anywhere we are
And
getting for EL creation
yeah,
we are getting
and
it.
what do we have under?
Yes, Santosh.
Yeah, what do we have under templates?
And so that is templates. I means for the projects we have created, we can get the project created from the templates only. Sachin, click on templates. So there are several templates like whether this file are locally placed. So we'll create the project using local trigger template. If that particular project is connected with the on cloud, that is with the help of connector, then we'll use that template. Similarly, we are having the templates for the monitor, whether this is a locally placed file or on a cloud based, that depends. So we'll use the templates accordingly. And Sachin, you can go to resources. We can show means what all resources we are having on the resources part. So here are the different resources, like we are having cloud connectors, whether the files are placed on cloud, Azure Blob Storage, SFTP server. So likewise, we are having different resources. Means resources in the sense means different locations. Some are cloud based, some are on blob storage, some are SFTP servers are there. So likewise, we are going to use templates for each location. So we are having different templates for trigger and monitor based approach based on the placement of the file. You can say whether it is based on the network, it is placed on network share, or it is used on a server, or it is placed on a cloud environment. So we have some default templates, and while configuring any encryption link, we are going to use those templates.
And just one point, like so far, we have only seen most of the resources are only either SSH servers or network shares or the cloud connectors. These are divided
These
between
three are
only
the
three.
major.
These three. Yeah.
Yeah. Means files are placed in a server, that is SSH authentication is there. Then we have that network shares and cloud connectors.
Okay.
So basically three type of resources we are using. Means 99% of the case we are using these resources, and that too depends on the requirement of the customer. Means where they are putting their file, whether they are using cloud storage or that network share or that SFTP server. That depends. So that questions before designing any encryption link, that questions we need to ask from the user. Means which location they are using, whether it will be a inbound transfer, outbound transfer, which web server will be used, which private public key will be used for authentication. That all details will be provided by the user only.
Okay.
Yep. Uh, so Sachin, we can start. So this is the overview of the tool, Santosh. So we have covered. If you have any questions on that, on
Not
Go
as of
Anywhere,
now.
okay. Then we'll move to the next. That is application link. So Sachin, if you can ping the application link for all the three environments in the chat itself. Sachin,
Yeah, Shubham. Sorry.
uh, yeah, please ping for dev, test, and prod. So
The
Santosh,
links to the MFT, right?
yes, correct. Or
Uh,
you can ping all the links which we have in place from the Excel sheet which we have maintained. You can give all the links. So Santosh, basically we are using three environments as I told earlier. One is dev
Mhm.
environment, so nothing is running in the dev environment. Okay, it is for ourselves only. It is basically our playground. We used to test several things. We create web user, we check the connectivity, all sort of things used to do in the dev environment. There is one test environment and one prod environment, and these both environments are critical. as some clients are onboarded in test environment and some in prod environment, and that too based on their requirement, whether they want to be onboarded on prod or test. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So Sachin, provide the link.
So
Um,
Sugam, can I do
wha-
one thing? Maybe we can use that file where we have all the links and upload that file
yeah.
as well in that SharePoint. When
Correct,
I'll
correct,
upload
So
all those files, I'll include that file as well.
correct,
why
correct.
why? Because Santosh is not joining from Helion ID, right? So he will not have this chat history, or he will not have access to this chat later.
Okay.
No issues. We'll upload
So
that
So
file
Gautam,
itself where we
we'll do
have.
one thing. We'll upload means all the
let's
links.
maintain the one folder for PKI and put everything there. Yes.
Yes, yes, we'll do the same. So we'll Sachin do one thing, means upload all the documents along with the
Yes.
linked document.
Yeah.
So Santosh, we have created one Excel that is we have created. So it contains all the links
Mhm.
as to the cloud environments, to the pro test dev, and also it is having link to the service now, to the app UX, to the Sectigo, and to their vendor support portal. And means it contains all the important links basically. So we are sharing that file with you guys as well, and it is very critical because you need to access those links.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess we are left with 5 minutes. So Gautam, we'll do one thing. Today we have covered the general overview of the Go Anywhere, and we have provided the application link. Then from tomorrow onward, we'll start with the proper, means the technical thing, like the infrastructure and design part, how they are configured, that Go Anywhere, how many servers are there, how many regions are there, like UK, US regions, and link to both the MFTs and how it is load balanced, how many gateways we are using. So we covered that design part in tomorrow's KT call. Along with that, after giving the infra and design overview, we'll Gautam, I have a question here. So as you said that ID is not yet created, so I guess these folks will not have access to the environment as of now.
Yes. 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 It is on. I think soon they will get access. Maybe by next week. But yeah,
Because
as of now they don't have it.
okay, so because it will be better if they will be doing some hands-on or playing around
I
uh,
understand. I
the
understand.
tool, so it will
Yeah,
help them.
yeah, Sugam. So probably we can do that next week. By then I should be having access.
Yeah, because you know that hands-on will be very good if you have those along with the KT. So no problem. In the meantime, we'll cover other things like the design, infra, and how the certificate renewal and that all other things. And after that means we can move to that hands-on part because you guys will be
Sure.
creating some encryption link in the dev environment and configuring some inbound and outbound
Mhm.
traffic, and because only after doing hands-on you will have questions. In the KT part you will have minimal questions because it is basically a theoretical thing I'm telling you, but after getting access you will be able to explore more.
True.
That is a perfectly true. Yes.
Yes. So Gautam, by next week's means they might get access. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
this week?
Mm, I think Kaushik is there in this call. He can answer. Kaushik, you there? I think he's in another call, maybe. Yeah, that is a plan. I know on PK it was a little delayed compared to rest of the applications. Everyone has access for all the other applications. Yeah, that is a plan. I think by
Okay,
end
no
of this
issue.
week
Means
they might have the access for sure.
yeah. So
Yeah,
we'll
by
cover those
by
things
end of this
with
week
the.
I should be having access.
Okay, okay, Santosh. Means after access provisioning, it will be good for both of us because it will be easier to tell and you will also gather some more thing. Okay, then, Gautam, I guess we are done for today. And if you have any questions, Santosh, Gautam, or Koshi,
Yeah.
anyone?
Hey, I somebody is asking questions. Yeah.
Kaushik.
Yeah.
Only thing is we were checking when Santosh can will be able to log into
Mhm.
Helion network. Is it
Mm.
planned as of now, or will
Uh,
that be completed by this week?
uh, we will get back to you on this because Santosh, as still he has not access for Helium network. So
Correct.
let me check what we can do, on this thing because we need to discuss, and I will just let you know in some time. Yeah,
Correct.
give
Correct.
me some
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Once you decided, maybe once you raise access, just let us know so that we will approve it soon, and
Mhm.
we can get it processed. Right.
Definitely. See, we have already get a clearance for Alok, who will be actually the PKI L4, and let's see, he's also already, in the process of, getting onboarded. He was just, clarified last week. So
Yeah.
Ujjal is already having access. So anything at this point in time,
Correct.
Ujjal can handle the things.
Oh.
And
Oh. Yeah.
yeah, Ujjal is there, so Ujjal will have
Oh,
all
I
the
didn't
Yeah,
see
access.
yeah.
Ujjwal is there here. Okay.
Yes, yes,
So I can say I can access the SharePoint link on the site content. You can put the documents over there inside a PKI folder. Then me and Santosh will coordinate like what we
Okay,
can do
okay,
next.
Ujjwal. So Sachin, then it will be good. You can
yeah,
upload all the documents in that location.
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't see Ujjwal. You're there in the call.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So
Okay.
Ujjwal
Then
has
fine.
all the access, so I think he will
True.
getting me all these things. And in the meantime, we'll see to that Santosh can if can anything or Ujjwal can help in getting it done. So by the time we'll
Perfect.
get some information and probably that will be good for us. Yep.
Okay,
Yes. Awesome.
sure, sure.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
So
Thanks,
any
Sugam.
questions?
Then let's see tomorrow. Then, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
Any questions, Santosh or Ujjwal? On PK side, if you have anything.
No, not as of now.
Okay, okay, then we can connect tomorrow
Yeah.
at the same time.
Thanks for your time, Sugam,
Yeah.
Sachin.
Thank you
Thank
for
you,
the
Thank you.
session.
thank you, thank
Thank
you,
you.
thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye.